My name is Margaret Hayes, and I'm 72 years old. I've lived in the same house on Maple Street for 47 years. The house my husband Robert and I bought when we were newlyweds, full of dreams and promises. Robert passed away 3 years ago. Heart attack. Quick and sudden, they said. No suffering. But oh, how I've suffered since, after he died. I did what any mother would do. I leaned on my son, Daniel. He was all I had left. And when Daniel married Kristin 5 years ago, I welcomed her with open arms. I tried so hard to be the mother-in-law who didn't interfere, who gave them space, who offered help only when asked. They lived just 2 blocks away, close enough to visit, far enough to have their own lives. Or so I thought. Last Tuesday started like any other day. I had my morning tea, tended to my roses in the garden, and decided to organize the garage. At my age, you start thinking about these things. What you'll leave behind, what needs sorting through. That's when I noticed it. My garden tools were missing. The vintage watering can Robert gave me on our 20th anniversary. Gone. The hand trowel set my mother passed down to me. Gone. Even the old wooden bench Robert built with his own hands. Gone. My heart started racing. Had I been robbed? I walked around to the backyard, and that's when I saw it. Everything. My things. Robert's things. Piled in the yard like garbage, waiting for the trash collectors. The antique sewing machine I'd restored. The quilts I'd made over decades. Robert's toolbox. Our wedding china. Photo albums. Everything that made this house a home, treated like it was worthless. I stood there, trembling, when I heard the side gate open. Kristin walked in, wearing designer sunglasses and carrying shopping bags from expensive stores. She froze when she saw me. "Margaret," she said, her voice tight. "What are you doing here?" "I live here," I said quietly. "What are you doing here? Why are my belongings in the yard?" She sighed, like I was being inconvenient. "We decided to do some cleaning. Daniel and I have been talking, and honestly, Margaret, you have too much stuff. Old things, useless things. You're getting older, and you need to downsize. We're just helping. The word stuck like a slap. You went through my home without asking me." "Daniel has a key," she said, lifting her chin. "And he agrees with me. You're holding on to the past. It's not healthy. We're doing this for your own good, for my own good." As if my memories, my life, my history were just clutter to be discarded. I looked at her, really looked at her. The expensive clothes, the jewelry, the new car in my driveway that I'd never seen before. And suddenly, pieces started falling into place. "Where did you get the money for all that?" I asked, nodding toward her shopping bags. Her face went pale. Just for a moment. Then she recovered. "That's none of your business." But it was my business. Because 3 months ago, I'd given Daniel access to a savings account. Money I'd set aside for emergencies. $20,000. Money Robert and I had saved penny by penny. "You've been using my money," I said. Not a question. A statement. "It's Daniel's inheritance anyway." Kristin snapped. "Why should we wait until you're dead to enjoy it?" The cruelty of those words took my breath away. I stood there in my own backyard, surrounded by my life's possessions, thrown away like trash, and I made a decision. "Then I'll clean out what's useless to me too," I said quietly. She laughed. Actually laughed. "What does that mean?" I looked her straight in the eyes. "It means you'll see. Over the next week, I worked quietly. I called my lawyer, Edward Morrison, who'd been a friend for 30 years. I explained everything. He was furious on my behalf, but I told him to stay calm. I had a plan. I changed my will. Every penny, every possession, every bit of my estate now goes to the children's hospital where I'd volunteered for 20 years. The house, the savings, the life insurance, all of it. I removed Daniel from my bank accounts, changed my locks. And then I did something I never thought I'd do. I hired a private investigator. What he found broke my heart, but also set me free. Kristin had been having an affair with her personal trainer for over a year. The expensive gifts, the shopping, trips, the new lifestyle, all funded by my savings while she betrayed my son. I invited Daniel over for tea. Just him. When he arrived, he looked uncomfortable, probably expecting me to yell about the yard incident. Instead, I handed him a folder. "What's this?" he asked. "The truth," I said gently. "About Kristin, about what she's been doing, about where your inheritance has really been going." I watched his face as he read through the bank statements, the investigator's photos, the receipts. I watched my son's heart break in real time, and it hurt me more than anything Kristin had done. he whispered, tears in his eyes. I didn't know about any of it. The affair, the money. I thought we were just helping you declutter. She said you'd asked for help but were too proud to admit it. She'd lied to him, manipulated him, used his love for his mother against him. I know, sweetheart, I said, reaching for his hand. I know. Daniel filed for divorce the next day. Kristin tried to fight it, tried to claim she deserved half of everything. But my lawyer was ready. The evidence of her infidelity and financial deception was overwhelming. As for me, I didn't need revenge beyond the truth coming to light. I restored my will to include Daniel again, but with conditions. Money would come to him in a trust, managed carefully, only after he had proven he could stand on his own 2 feet. The things Kristin had thrown in my yard, some were damaged beyond repair, but many I salvaged. Each dent and scratch now tells a story of survival. I still live in my house on Maple Street. Daniel visits every Sunday now. We have tea and talk, really talk, the way we used to before Kristin came between us. Last week, he helped me restore Robert's garden bench. As we worked together in the sunshine, sanding away the damage, I realized something beautiful. Sometimes the things people try to throw away are exactly what's worth keeping. And sometimes the greatest act of love is showing someone the truth, even when it breaks their heart, because that's the only way they can heal. My name is Margaret Hayes. I am 72 years old, and I'm finally at peace, because I learned that being kind doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. Real love sometimes requires tough decisions, and the things that truly matter, well, those are never useless, they're priceless.